Well, as you can see, we're inside for a change with Jan McNeilin. And Jan, are you tired of raking leaves? Because I know I am.
No, because I haven't really done very much yet.
Well, it's good to talk about what we can bring indoors
Sure,
for the winter
sure.
time. So you really have a menagerie here.
Well, I do, and it's actually less than I've had in the past. I've had a table all the length and another one over here, and this year I thought, you know, I'm just going to pick what I want to bring in. So I've brought in the Christmas cactus, which or Thanksgiving. When they start to bloom, I'll bring them upstairs and I can see them and bring them back down here. They don't do well in the greenhouse. Some other things, there's some caladiums here that actually aren't going to grow, but I am going to dig the tubers that are in here and clean it out and save them and then replant them next year.
Because those aren't real hardy outside. So you have to
No,
bring
they're
them in.
not.
Okay.
And I've got some other plants here that I use Osmocote on, but if you're going to use Osmocote, you want to make sure you keep your soil moist so that it continues to work.
Okay.
I've also taken some cuttings. Here's some of my favorite geraniums. And it's easier to, for me, it's easier to take cuttings, root them, and then plant them in the spring than it is to try to winter over the whole plant. So I've done the same thing with the Swedish ivy.
Okay. So, but what if we have some pots that maybe we're going to leave outside, but we want to protect them? So what should we do with those?
What I do, and maybe people remember from last year, I decided finally to just plant all my bulbs in pots so I can move them around
Sure.
instead of worry about waiting until the foliage dies down. So I have all those in pots. What I do is I put them along the south side of the garage. I take all and any other pots I'm trying to save, and then I use all the leaves that I have outside and just rake them on and pile them on, and most of the time it works fine.
Oh, that is good. So it's a good insulation with those leaves that we're
Right.
breaking up.
Right, right. And you were asking about the lights.
Right.
These are just cheap shop lights, and you use one grow light and one cool and one warm. And these are the plant and aquarium bulbs, and that's what you use. And I just have them on a timer where they get light 6 to 8 hours a day, and it turns off.
Oh, and that makes it easier that we have that timer because we won't have to run down all the time and see what's going on with the plants.
Right. And then the last thing is that we have critters that come in the house,
We sure do.
like Indian meal moth that gets into flowers and grains and dog food and birdseed and all sorts of things. It's a pheromone trap, and it attracts the male moth. And here are a couple
All
different
kinds,
kinds.
sure.
There's Safer, there's BioCare, and there's also Terrabore.
Ah.
And sometimes you can find, usually not all three
Right,
at one
right.
place, but that's what you use.
And it's not a harmful chemical. It's an attractant, and then it traps them, and
Right.
everything's
And
safe in your
it
cupboards.
stops the cycle.
Ah, that is good.
All right.
Well, I just want to tell you that we so enjoy you every month here at Garden Time, and we have a blast. And all of our viewers, they say, we love Jan, we love her tips, and
it's fun.
It
It's
is fun. And you always
Keeps
give
me
us,
keeps my foot in the pie.
but we have a great time, and we always learn so much. And so thank you so much. It's our last Jan tips of the month for the season, and so we'll see you next spring.
All right.
Excellent.
Works for me.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.